Hello, Vicarious Mercenaries, Proxy Ninjas, and of course our EMP shock troops at home and abroad. Welcome to the Rec Room. We're back in action on schedule for a Metal Monday edition as we resume our progress with MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries on PlayStation 5. I hope everybody's doing well out there. So, if anything, not a whole lot for events going on here, but we'll have some pop culture stuff to talk about tonight. There's been a lot of news lately, so I figure I'll throw my 2 cents in there for whatever it's worth. Yeah, first things first, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is the coolest corner of the internet where you get the rundown on what's going on here with Enforcer Media Productions, whether that be project updates or creative insight, and you get the breakdown on what makes our favorite franchises tick in the form of the long-running video game deep dives and related commentary. And essentially we're doing this because we got our own franchise we're working on here called the Firewall Protocol, and its first entry is called Ascendant Chaos, available over on Amazon. Available in Kindle paperback and Kindle Unlimited, so feel free to check that out. So chances are, if you like the stuff we stream, you'll like the kinds of content we got going on here, because it's been inspired by 20, 30 years worth of other pop culture that you've probably been familiar with. So that's pretty much it. Otherwise, we keep things pretty much ad-free around here, so feel free to lurk, chat, comment at your leisure. We're currently on Odysee, YouTube, and Twitch, and I know you got a lot to pick from, so thanks for joining us. So I guess I normally start out with the numbers, and I don't think we've had any changes since last week, which is good. And then let me get projects out of the way. So I don't have a whole lot of updates here for you on that. I've been trying to get prints done. I finally got my formal version of April O'Neil fixed up again, so that's at least one more on the list. So I think I've got a total of 3 on the list, and one I had forgotten about I got finished, so maybe 4. I'm going to try to shoot for 6 by at least by July, so that means, man, I've only got a week or 2 to go, don't I? Great, running out of time already. But I think our next show's not till mid-July. I'm finally making very, very tiny progress on some things I want to change for Book 2, actually, in the form of some name changes, focus on some martial arts fight style kind of stuff. But it's still been tough. The hamster lab has not left much in the realm of time or energy. So it's been a battle, as life typically is, uphill and usually none other. So I think this is the last month. Patreon's been on pause since January. So last month to hop in and I guess no matter what, if anybody's new and hops in, I guess it'd be par for the course, but everybody else has had access to audio and stuff there for free for bits, since I hadn't been doing much for updates, but I'll probably be working on that again, hopefully second half of the year. I don't know, I can't deliver the same amount of progress on audio, but the intent will be to get some more updates going again, to keep that rolling. I'm trying to think what else is going on around here. Yeah, that's it for projects. Shows also. Oh, you know what? Registration for Motor City starts up, I think, next week. So that will be a telltale sign of whether we can start moving into the bigger shows, the bigger venues or not. But yeah, not looking forward to the hefty chunk of change that's going to require if able to get in. If it doesn't get bogged down by registration process. So we'll find out next week. I'll obviously be able to let you know then. But yeah, let's talk pop culture for a couple minutes, which is mostly me. And honestly, I am going to be the old guy on the porch here for a few. And it's not to rain down hellfire on the entire industry, but I find some of the stuff to be quite laughable right now. What's crazy is I think we had the Sony show maybe a week or 2 ago, and then we had the Xbox one just recently. So there's a lot of news coming out lately, and it's kind of been feast or famine. You go very few updates for a bit, and then you get this deluge of updates. And there's been some noteworthy things within franchises I've been familiar with. So I don't even know where to start. Well, I guess I should start with last week before we even get into the latest stuff from the Microsoft show. So, okay, Street Fighter 6. Honestly, Capcom, what are you doing? So there was 2 leak speculations, or 2 leak lists that people were speculating from in terms of content for Season 4 for Street Fighter 6. And one of the lists involved characters from the movie, so that was speculation that it could be Dan and Julie and Vega, so those would be characters that are in the movie that are not in the game yet, with a fourth unknown character. And then there was this other list, which I found mildly interesting as well, which involved, I think, Vega again. I don't remember who the other was, but Mike Hagar and Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. So that seemed both cool and ridiculous at the same time. One, because I'm an old school person and I would like to see Mike Hagar finally in Street Fighter. Has not been in anything other than a canceled game, and perhaps if you count Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he has not yet been in a fighting game. Well, I did learn recently there was a Final Fight fighting game, but he's not been in a Street Fighter game proper, so to speak. So I'm like, hey, it's about time for that. And the Tifa announcement or leak sounded like a little bit too ridiculous. Well, guess what? Tifa was the only accurate reveal or leak. And so therefore there's now 3 new characters, one of which was a mediocre protagonist that dies in the story mode of World Tour. So that leaves you with 2 brand new characters. Why do I have a problem with that? Because Capcom already has a backlog of 50 to 60 characters who have been playable before in Street Fighter games, or at least adversarially been present in Street Fighter games, or even, that doesn't even include Final Fight characters that could be eligible, like they've brought somebody in like with Street Fighter 5. But no, all new characters, yet again. So I'm a little bit annoyed by that. Not that I'm invested in Street Fighter 6 at this point, because I still think their DLC practice and their digital licensing practice is absolutely stupid. Dare I say, intentionally retarded, but of course people get triggered by that. So anyway, so Street Fighter 6, I don't know what's going on, but let me talk about the other 2 high profile ones I got on here. So Gears. So I didn't realize all this was going on. Somebody gave me the heads up on Gears, and so the person who might be listening and interested for my opinion on this is going to have to wait, because it's probably going to be a one-on-one conversation with my full-blown opinion on this one, because it could be lengthy, so I'll table that for later. But E-Day finally got some footage, and it was pretty lengthy video. I guess my one major thing is that, man, it sure looks a lot like a world that is not quite the same as the world that we saw in Gears 1. And I don't mean just because it was destroyed. I mean, it's because the art style is different. It looked like Cuba or something, like it just didn't seem to match the way the world looks in the Gears trilogy proper. So I'll just leave it at that. But I've got my reservations about where Gears E-Day is going. War Pigs is hopping in. Greetings to you. I'm right in the middle of my rant, so feel free to interrupt me. So then comes Halo CE. So Halo was the franchise that got me off of martial arts and into first-person shooters for the social construct of gaming, known as System Link or LAN party kind of stuff. And I know this is not a multiplayer-centric game, but my goodness, I don't even think Halo knows what to do with its flagship property anymore. Or, Microsoft knows what to do with its flagship property anymore. Granted, the game looks visually amazing, but I'm seeing them throwing in content from the other games that chronologically wouldn't have existed. I was even invested into the books in that franchise, so I have a very high bar set on it, and I've since exited the franchise following Halo 4. I mean, I technically reserve my favor for original studios. So Gears I only like up through 1 through 4. Halo I only like 1 through Reach. Star Wars I only like 1 through 6. So you can kind of see the pattern here. Once you have another team take over, things have a tendency to go down the hill. And one of the biggest things I find disturbing about Halo that has changed has been that, and this may be for legit reason, that they're going to do some new pre-level missions, which is a cool concept. But one of the key characters, Sergeant Johnson, one of the key characters of Halo, voice actor, totally different, does not have the same swagger of whoever played him before. Well, actually, I ended up looking it up today. So apparently he had been voiced by David Scully, who has not been seen to do anything on the recording scene since 2014 with Halo 2 Anniversary, I suppose. So that's unfortunate because, man, he was a critical character and his voiceover was absolutely phenomenal. So I guess I'm really kind of soured on some of that, even though the game does look beautiful. So we'll see where that goes. And then just to breeze through some of the others. Now, one that kind of surprises me, there's a shooter coming out called Impulse. Well, EMP, kind of a little partial to that. But no, it's actually because it's kind of got this cyberpunk sci-fi dystopian feel to it with wall running and grapples, and that's not all that uncommon anymore with shooters, but it's actually the art style or the theme that I found interesting. And would I play it? Probably not. I don't play shooters anymore, but that was one that I thought looks cool. Then everything else these days is so roguelite this, cozy that, simulation that. So a couple highlights. Apparently there's a cozy survival horror game coming out. I don't know how cozy and survival horror fits, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. There's another one definitely would not be interested. A grotesque roguelite, cooking roguelite. I'm like, cooking and that? No. Yeah, we got bots. Man, they had to put every accent letter in there, so man, they can't spell it correctly because they're trying to beat the spam control probably. But yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. So yeah, grotesque cooking roguelite is kind of out. And then here's the other one, Leaf Blower Company. I don't know where they're coming up with this stuff, but I thought the whole point of video games was to escape reality, not do more chores virtually. War Pigs is cooking roguelike. What? Yeah, well it's called Sated. Sated. So I did not look at the description. Anything that involves cooking like noxious and toxic things intentionally does not really ring appealing, I guess, regardless of whether it's something you can eat or not. So I don't know what they're thinking with some of the content these days, but yeah, totally old man on the porch, bring back my video games, and it's just kind of like some of the, I mean, so some of it's new, but it's all even becoming formulaic. The other stuff is just like, okay, we're bringing back your favorite franchises, but never mind the fact there's so much mold on them that we had urinate on them to clean it all off. It's just like, ugh, come on, guys, don't you know how to cherish or handle a franchise with care? And it does not appear to seem like they can. So. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. We're here to blow some stuff up on a Monday. So we're on Season 2, Episode 37, which I called Campaign Squeeze, because hopefully we're getting on the verge of new content. So we're going to try to get a campaign mission in tonight. Beyond that, I don't know, because we're getting close to the clock for the Shadow of Kerensky kickoff. So we'll just see what we can knock out until that happens. Who left that bag of flaming poo on my porch? So what's going on in the War Pigs world? Alright, single player, load. Okay, so I must have done an intentional save here. Sometimes you never know. Much light bloom. Oh, new Gundam game trying to find. Is it already out? You're looking at info and release date and stuff. Alright, so here we are, 3048. So we're hypothetically within a year, supposedly if they said it was 3049. Now, apparently they cut the news off, so they didn't do enough news. And let me double check what we left off with for objective logs here. So, Duchy of Tamarind. Did I lose track of this on the map, or do we need to do campaign? I guess we'll try to do this at first if we're in the area. That does pay 2.3. If not, we'll switch over to lock and load here. Okay, so star map. It's not telling us where to go. So, Duchy of Tamarind. I think based on... There we go. So we gotta go out this way. Okay. We got a ways to go here, so... I guess we're being burning a lot of fuel to get over there. If anything, we'll be running the clock down, but we'll see if we can find some elite mechs on the way. I don't have a lot to chase. We've got our Hero Battlemaster at this point. We've got the Hero X1, or the Hero Firestarter, the X1 Firestarter. Maybe I'll pick up a job or two here. Active probes. It doesn't say what level. No, actually, those don't have a level. Oh, this is an easy one. 3 jump jets, class 4. Okay. For 1.3 million, we can do that. So only the teaser's out, so it's Gundam Rogue Orbit. Okay, yeah, it hasn't run across my radar yet. I'll have to look. Let's see if I can find it. Alright, they give us some AC-10 stuff. Not all that impressive, but hey, we get the million and more credit here. Get this one close to leveled up, or maxed out, I should say. Got another one. Huh. Okay, next, so... Oh, you know what, while we're here, let's just check the equipment. Still can't find this LRM-20. Ooh, we got the arrow that we still can't figure out how to use yet. There is an LRM-20, but definitely not a level 4. Machine guns. 4 Street. You know what? I wonder, is that the one I was... Oh, it's the SSRM-4s that I'm missing. I usually keep getting these blown up. That's not too bad. Let's buy 4 of those. So I think it was the Victor that's missing those. Alright, nothing fun there. Okay, let's move on. So what's the difference between regular and hero mech? Usually there is a significant... well, it'll have a custom paint job. It will usually have a advantageous extra hardpoint or a statistic. So that could be an extra upgrade slot. It could be maybe an extra hardpoint or 2 for a particular weapon type. Sometimes even a speed bonus. It really depends on the particular type. I mean, I guess I could show you from a comparison here. We have both the Battlemaster. This is the hero one, which has got all this crazy cool looking dragon design on it. And then the vanilla one. Nope, that's not the vanilla one. I must have got rid of the vanilla one. This isn't even the vanilla one, but this is a lesser of the two. So it really has, even amongst the regular non-hero models, they have differences in hard points, but there's usually a significant boost. Like this one has 8 upgrade slots, so does that one. This one actually does have a couple clicks of a speed boost over this one, because this is already an irregular variant. Trying to see what else is different here. And it could be like having jump jets or not having jump jets. So it's hard to say, but there's only one instance of the hero mech versus the others. You'll run into them all day long, or at least more regularly. So I mean, it's because it's like they're kind of a unique thing. Might as well grab the one that's the most powerful or seemingly most powerful, not waste my... Hence why my bankroll is up to 154. I'm used to not spending on generic versions at this point. Okay, so we flew over here. I'm going to hit one more stop on the way just to make sure another hero one doesn't show up. They're only also available either through like special quests or specialties in the marketplace. And even when you get to the industrial hub market, they don't even necessarily show up right away. So like, because I entered the industrial hub, and then before I leave, sometimes if you're still in the proximity, it shows up after the fact. So I'm just being a little sluggish about some of this. So I'm going to fly over to this industrial hub. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure I don't have extra stuff still here. I think no, I did probably put the other Battlemaster in the cooler, because we still already had 2. Oop. Okay, anyway. It's so easy to get distracted in this game. Might as well call it squirrels in space. Alright, so in this case, nothing showed up. So you get icons for regular mechs, but when they say rare, it usually just means one that's not damaged. This one's got the same thing, got a rare. But you have to be proximity. You like actually have to land on the hub or be really close to it for the icons to show up. So we'll check the store here real quick. Nothing of interest. Probably not expecting too much here either. Lasers, nothing. LRMs, nothing. And I cashed in my jump jets, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna... I think this is Duchy of Tamarind over here, right? Yep, so... do one more hop on the way out. Ooh, they got a Loader King. And we still got 150... so half a year until Captain Chris was done with her 2-year training cycle. Alright, no hero mech icon. And I love this. Excellent pathfinding, guys. Straight line shorter than 2 stops. And in this case, it's going to do 4. Like, really? We'll go this way. This will be inside the system. The communication should activate. So that probably took about 2 quarters worth of gas. Or funds. Yeah. Yeah, we're down to 149. Okay, so the one in question is not showing up. Where is it? So, Tamarin Mining Company, selection of star systems near the Duchy of Tamarin, found high quantities of radioactive materials. Oh, we're not in the business of killing for profit, they say. Sure. I believe that. Okay, there we go. There, now it's marked. So it's a raid contract, difficulty 75, so it's getting up there. The raid, though, means fire starter. Maybe. We'll try it. We'll save and then try it once. Delete. Gunsberg. A lot of those. Okay, 5 is enough. To be shared. Alright, what are we doing with? We're at 37. 0, 1. Alright, forceful negotiations, they say. We'll go coverage. Not expecting much salvage. Alright, we'll do that. Alright, so we're under, but everybody's mostly maxed. He doesn't have the Cyclops. Okay, so there's 295. Highlander's a 90. That's an 80. So yeah, 90, 90, 80 is about as close as I'm going to get without me bumping this up. Whoa, hold the phone. Why do I have a level 4 on here? Nah, it's bugging out again. Tell me I'm not out of 3s. So I do not want to be losing 4s on this thing. So I still got 10 4s and I got 10 3s. Why? That's weird. Okay, we're going to slow down deployment here, but I'm protecting the goods. OCD like that.
To keep casualties.
Welcome to the jungle. Oh wait, this ain't no jungle.
So instead of going in with a scorched earth approach, we're trying to be a bit more surgical with our approach.
Surgical.
Taking out the key communication towers may drive away any settlers from the neighboring areas. But be warned.
The terrain would drive away any nearby settlers. We want to live on this kidney stone. Fight with you, but oh, yeah, that cost me too much too soon. Okay, this is a canyon. I guess we'll go through the canyon. Nice. Not get stuck in the mud. What are you doing here? Wow, yeah, the ricochets are part of the new sound effects. Ooh, that's a tight squeeze. Can we get through there? Wow. I'm calling a heavy tank for nothing. Where's my bots at? Busy running away from everything else. New target. I can't get time for that.
That's one less target.
Alright, if we're just blowing up radio antennas, this thing. Oh,
Targeted
hi.
asset. Move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
Oh, did I miss it? Oh, stupid tank.
Target eliminated.
Oh, it took you 30 minutes, pal.
Extracting that cargo now.
There we go. Riverjack SRM, that's new. That's one of the new vehicles.
Target neutralized. Splash target. Scratch that target off the list.
Alright, what else we got? Ooh. A little noisy over here.
That will leave a mark.
Leave that alone.
Target destroyed. Detecting incoming from above.
I can help it. Alright, what's our actual?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
We're dropping in some hostiles.
Target is down.
There's the egg. Stalker. I should not be doing this. Yep, definitely should be doing this. There goes a leg.
Just took a bad knock. Lost a component.
Silly maneuver.
We've taken down their communication network.
Now is there part 2 and part 3? We'll find out.
Clear out under their own volition.
Alright, no change there. Nothing of interest there. Let's take what we can sell. Unless... Nope. Oh look, part 2. The residents aren't nearly as cows as we'd hoped. Destroy the ruins. How can you destroy ruins? They're already ruined. Alright, they're sending us to attack a mine, apparently. Alright, we'll head up here. Oh, look, a demolition contract right up my alley. Let's do the repairs in the zone here. Of course, we're going to pay more for goofball here. I've lost my arm. Yikes. That's a little more than I thought. What are you guys doing out there? Going for a stroll in the park? I'm the lightweight and I took all the damage. Streak S Arm 2. Let's get this thing repaired well. So this is the one that needed it. So SS Arm 2, I happen to buy the correct level. It's just, nope. Oh, that's not the same. Guess I got level 1s. Now this will be something will be in there. Okay, that's not going to take much. Haven't used that one in a while. All right, here we go. How long is that going to take? So 13 days. We're still going to be sitting on our thumbs for a second here. I guess we can run down the clock. Hey, look, it's Mars with snow. Alright, so 24 days. Yeah, not fantastic, but we'll deal with it. Wouldn't expect to find much out here. Let's do a new save. Duda Borealis. Duda. Reminds me of the scene. Cool Running, circa 1990 something. Trying to name the bobsled. I'm thinking Tallulah. Yes, thank you for that boring piece of trivia information, brain. Okay. I guess we'll undertake this, but we'll wait. So, coverage is 500,000. We weren't too far off that time. Salvage will sit there. Extra cash at the time, put us at 4. That'll be good. If we can do that without spending too much, then it'll catch us back up to
is in effect, Commander. Your visibility and sensor readings will be compromised
where we
out
started
there.
before spending it on space fuel. 24 days, that's fine. We ran down the clock.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
It's not very hidden then, is it?
Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
Snow.
It's time to take a much more hardline stance against the local residents. We've been tasked with demolishing an old facility that they revere as
Where
a
is it?
holy site of cultural importance. If we destroy it, hopefully the Tamarind Mining Company will consider this to be a strong message sent. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Alright, so I guess we're here to wreck stuff, huh?
Beginning recovery now. There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up
Here
to
we
you,
go,
Commander.
X1. Show us what you're made of.
You're inflicting damage, but you've still got a lot of work to do.
Thank you for complaining that I've only been working for 30 seconds and telling me how poor of a job I'm doing.
50%. Keep left.
Jeez. Yeah, this is one of the ones that end up being one of the quick ones. Just run in, rip it all down.
Almost there, Commander. Only 25% of this area remains.
Yeah, done. Like 2 minutes. Oh, you're taking too long.
Getting busted up. Lost a component.
What are you doing?
Marauder.
Anyway, let's take something down before we go.
Enemy mech. Down and out.
Whoa, somebody's firing missiles at me. You were saying... Alright, alright, don't you go dying on me. Yeah, that's the one. Let's be quick. Chairman, good evening to you. Alright, we're gonna have a split, or we're gonna be able to just do a part 3 in peace. Anything going on tonight? Or on Monday? Ooh, a +1. I got a large laser and 4 mil. I'll take 4 mil. No, didn't destroy from the mechs. I don't even know. Take salvage here. Of course, look at that. Short mission and she gets the thing destroyed for 1.8 million out of the 500 damage. Ugh. So that ended up being a costly mission. Oh, look, there's the part 3. Okay. The locals are exceptionally upset. The few understand what we are attempting to accomplish. Well, they forgot about us. They're coming for you directly now. Cheers. Star map. Okay, well, given that she wrecked that thing for that much damage, I'm going back to an industrial hub here first. But, you know what? Let's go to this one on the other side of it. Sorry, 153. Nope, just hanging out at home. Cool. Doctor's appointment. 8:34. 8:30. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, we're same time zone. So, appointment midday. Yeah. Ooh, our pilot's finally done. Alright, let's do repairs first. And that's broken. So, yeah, 900,000 is much preferable to 1.8. There we go. There we go. Okay. Anything else of interest over here?
Affirmative, Commander. I'll be in the hangar for pre-drop checklists.
Sure you will. Nick Lynch,
I've
didn't
got
you?
a spotless record. Never failed to get a job done and secure a bag. Until
Heavy
blanks
Mech
right now.
Arena and Point Blank. Nope, we don't need you. I should at some point, hire some of them just to get some variety, yes, but wasn't quite in the... Oh, there is a hero mech. Which one we got on the radar here? Also, let me check the equipment before we go. Uh-oh, what is Odysee doing here? Looks like it's just a chat wigging out. Ooh, no, that's a medium rifle, not a medium machine gun. Got my hopes up for 0.02 seconds. Alright, what kind of hero mech can we waste money on? The Panther. Eh. Not super exciting, but at least it won't be too expensive, right? Yeah, 5.9. Admittedly, this is a cool-looking Panther, though. It's got, almost like formal armor. With the textured armor with the gold dragons on it. Alright, why is this one unusual, marked as unusual here? Again, just because it's not damaged. Yeah, it's this guy. Can't think of why else. Alright, we didn't come here for the Mauler, we came here for the Panther. Yeah, it'll go in cold storage, but it looks cool. Alright. Yeah, special equipment here. Oh, so now I know I need SSRM 2, not this. That's what I need. As the backup. So yeah, some of these I can't even keep straight. I'm just like not even using missiles. So you've got the quantity, which is the 4, the 2, the 4, the 6. Then you've got stream. Then you've got Artemis 4, and then you got Streak SRM and Streak SRM stream. What's the difference? I mean, I'm sure if I read and paid attention, I'd learn, but who's got time for that? Okay, so we'll. Oh, let's get her back in action here. Look at that. So she went from 40 to 47. So that's cool. If you put it in the programs long enough, you can probably get them all the way up to 60. Ooh, AC 10 expert, so she gained a new skill too. Trait chances were at 3. Yeah. So full-time enrollment, Callaway Marshall College's undergraduate program. So she got at least 1 point in every category. Her ballistics now goes up to 10. Evasion goes up to 10. The others are still a little bit lower, but that's okay. That's cool. I guess that's worth $2 million. Excuse me, C-bills. And 3,500. Okay. Alright, so the plan is to fly back, get ready for part 3, and then save. So Warzone. We'll do something a little different. So I use the fire starter so much. Maybe we'll take the Battlemaster out again. The Hero Battlemaster. Right. Contracts. No deviant ones. Good. So, strip the locals of their protection. Though. Nothing left to prevent us from evicting them. Okay. Promised land, really? Okay. Alright, now what's the play? Alright, here we go. Forceful Negotiations Part 3. Well, let's go extra damage coverage since these clowns keep getting hurt. Alright, 3.6, we can live with that.
Heavy weather warning is in effect, Commander.
Alright, so
Your
we'll take out the
visibility will be
Battlemaster.
compromised out there.
You're over by 5. Oh, Highlander got something destroyed? Seriously? Did you get wrecked on there? Have a grasshopper. Alright. We'll roll with that. Awfully dark in here.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning.
Alright.
Hangar doors opening.
Where's my Keurig? I demand a hot cocoa for this ride.
Seems like the locals have pulled together their resources to recruit a large battalion to protect them. Bears them out on the battlefield and whittle away their forces. After that, the residents will be forced to submit. Enemy forces moving in, Commander.
Such
Get
a
ready for them.
diplomatic scenario we got going on here.
Next signature just popped up. We got a MechWarrior looking for a fight. Let's give them what they want.
Ooh, what's that? Go for a closer one. I don't have machine guns on them, do I? I get punched. Whoa, my lasers are way off. We need a little, night vision for this? That might be a little better.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Target acquired.
There they are. Oh, they brought out the big dogs.
Missile.
Tango down!
Well, I'm heating up.
Target destroyed.
Just looking wrong target.
Target eliminated.
Target destroyed.
I don't know what they're shooting at while I'm in the middle of this.
Hostiles have been dispatched. They're heading your way.
6 out of 15. There we go.
Commando.
Commando, that's a longbow.
We've got a hostile mech closing in. Let's give them a warm welcome.
There's a plane behind me.
New target. Longbow.
I got some right in the middle, doesn't really matter which. Let's clear a path. I don't think I hit. No, I barely hit. There you are. Knocked him down. He broke a hip. Six more, one of which is a commando, and a javelin, two of which. What's 9 on the board? Yeah. Ah!
Screen through my cockpit.
I've taken that while airborne.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
Well, there's only one leg left.
Target destroyed.
Now he's got 0 legs left. Bring a challenge this time. Alright. 3 mediums and an assault.
Hatchet man.
Back off. Oh, double team. Oh! I'm missing a PPC now, huh? Well, that's both PPCs. A little more accurate here. Quit running. Boing.
Put that mech down.
guess they over tweaked the suspension on that one. Well, that's almost dead. It is now. Oh, it's a Banshee with a katana. Nope, not anymore. It's a Banshee with one arm.
Nice shooting, Commander.
Yeah, I think I'll bail considering I've already taken some damage here. Additional C-bills earned, 0. There we go.
Inflicted enough casualties. I think it's safe to pull a tactical retreat now. This should give the Tamarind Mining Company enough leverage to claim the land from the settlers. Not sure how great I feel about this job, but it is our spot to get involved in the morality of local politics. Time to cash out and ship out.
You better figure out the morality before you take the paycheck.
That had to sting.
Doesn't excuse you from anything. Oh, we actually ran the 3 new variants on that one? That's interesting. Change a whole lot, but whatever. So, Vulcan from Heroes in the Inner Sphere. LB 10X AC Solid Burst Fire. Pulse Laser over 4. Ah, 3 apiece. Oh, there you got a ton of them. Just leave there too much. But... And take that. 2 million in damage. What Joker took that much? Oh, look, me. So cooler heads among their population. Sure. Staff of the locals. You fulfilled the letter of the contract, and you are no longer necessary. I mean, no longer. Your services are no longer needed. Okay. All right, that satisfies. Oh, another news thing popped up. That's interesting. So there's new stuff. Let's take a look at that. St. Ives Manufacturing Hill Coal Plant produce, featuring more armor atop an endo steel frame. Well, it was only December 48, so I wonder why we didn't see anything when I logged in. I don't know. I'm not going to overthink it. Alright, you know, I'm feeling a little not quite above the weather today. I'm going to try to get the story one knocked out, and then I think we'll probably go from there. Now, at least we're in 3049. So, let's see where... That's where Lock and Load is taking us? Oh, well, that worked out pretty convenient. I guess I wasn't paying attention to that. That was right on target. Then we get repaired and go right into it. Wasp. Oh, good thing I have extra PPC level 4s laying around. At least that's, and plus is only 340 in damage, not a million plus. So another elite pilot. So let's see if we can hit up the cantina, but I don't think I'm going to bother just yet. Okay. Nothing crazy of interest here.
Affirmative, Commander. be in the hangar for pre-drop checklists.
Wow, some of these guys already have 60 level cap. And there's Lynch again. It's by the same group since we were last here. Alright, let's hit up our destination here and then save. Alright, so we're 148, so somehow I spent my way down into the hole again. Probably because of that panther. Oh, which I did not put in cold storage, did I? I caught it before this quarter, at least. Well, that's right, now with Captain Crisp being back. We're back in the 2.4 million quarterly payment range. Okay, let's look at the contract here. 70. Distress call from a wealthy civilian. Every reason to believe the raiders are Black Inferno in disguise. Yes. Protect the settlement and eliminate any and all Inferno. So hopefully this is a part 1, but I don't recall. So let's just prep this situation. Kavanaugh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just noticing that the welding guns, they're on a horizontal track, but unless that framework goes up and down, which it doesn't look like it does. Oh, there's another one up there. Okay, so there's a side one that goes up and down. So, that makes sense. But still, that's a lot of emphasis on the feet. Oh, then you got one over top. Okay. They don't have one on this side, though. You'd have to actually use the turntable to turn around. I think this is goofy stuff because, you know, working on 3D models and trying to build some of the stuff, I'm like, oh, well, was that realistic? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Story campaign. Haven't done one of these in a while. Of course, Black Inferno doesn't like us. Question is, what do we want to take out to beat them with? There's 4.1 million. Over tonnage, so... we take the Mauler out for a change? Done the Mauler in a while. Ooh, what am I missing? ER laser. One ER laser. I can live without that. Overheating anyway. Alright. Captain Shenzeng. Captain Crisp is back in action. So, does this have any AC-10? No, it does not. Let's find her a little something better. Maybe. That's AC-2. It's laser. AC-10. There we go. We'll give her the Hero Warhammer. Still over. Okay, we'll bring this down. Alright, under by 20, but we can live with that. Okay. Get to the farm.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure.
Now I can look the grasshopper in the eye.
Stand clear.
Look down at the Warhammer. Extra look down at the... what's that? Catapult. Ooh, long draw distance here.
Detecting enemy forces straight ahead.
Copy.
Substantive conversation there, Mason.
I'm picking up a radio message from a civilian on the ground, Commander. Patching it through now.
You came. Thank
HQ. We're under attack once again. Please, we need immediate assistance.
They've got a fire starter on the field, Commander. It'll destroy that farm if we don't take it out.
Copy.
Dude, nice if you didn't have a one-word vocabulary. Let me grab my speedy mech to love this.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
That had the sting.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Tin can crushed. Wrecked.
Destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright.
New
Fire starter
target
left.
fire
Yeah.
starter.
Boom.
Okay, nice work clearing the farm, Commander. Now you need to get to the city.
You know, as I always say, you win some, you win 40% of others. Oh, it's a multi-part now. Bet we'll have to make a hard left turn after the city. Oh, they wouldn't let us go over the wall. I think we gotta go around. Yeah. Unfortunate choke point.
Not a chance in hell.
You just kicked me in the face.
You all see that? The commander took that poor bastard's head clean off.
Fire safety warhammer. Whoa, who's walking this thing into a wall? Oh boy.
That's weird. I'm not detecting any enemy presence, Commander. Nothing. Head into the city, but proceed with caution. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't like it.
It's a trap. The city's a little vacated.
Commander, what are you seeing?
It's completely deserted. There's no one here.
Or I'm only down here for nothing. That's a
Multiple
trap.
Inferno dropships inbound on your location, Commander. Looks like they're landing at either end of the city, trying to box you in. Watch your six.
Get another grenade. Let's pick that first. He went down quick.
I've got another half dozen bogies inbound. Looks like VTOLs.
You stay out of my way. Oh, he's just a little guy.
You hit a flush, Commander. Right in the cockpit.
Outstanding work.
Love watching that.
Let's get the hell out of here. Head to the port for extraction. I'll meet you there.
I don't supposed to be any opposition in the way. Shiny building was.
I'm 45 seconds out, Commander. Prepare for extraction.
Uh-huh. Way to telegraph it.
Commander, I've got two ASS targeting the Leopard. They're in close pursuit. I'm going to throw up a screen and take evasive action. I'm sorry, but you're on your own for the moment. Send as many of these bastards to hell as you can.
Well, I'm only in the yellow here. Actually, less than yellow. Alright, where's the party at? There's the dropship.
Hostile mech on scope. Let's see what this pilot's made of.
Ooh. Nothing too scary in there. My PC are all way behind me. Where the machine is going. Facing our way. Ooh, I do a lot of the torso on that one. Watch the closest target here. Where are you going?
resources seem to be bugging out. Looks like I'm in the clear. Heading to your location now. Hold tight.
I'm on the way, still. Yeah, I think that should be a one and done. Most of the campaign ones aren't nearly as long-winded. Oh, we got a Marauder out of that deal? That's intriguing. The Mad 3R. The only thing not crispy is my guns. I'll take a blackjack. Yeah, I'll pass on all that. Alright, didn't do too bad for damage there. Actually, it was only half mine anyway. Yeah, that's cool. They've been doing artwork for this new stuff somewhere in there. Can't believe you made it under one piece. Those biscuit wafers. And I'm gonna talk to her because it's story related. Okay. So we can't leave till we talk to her anyway. So repair is kind of a moot point. I was gonna find the jaw is the only other thing. Jaw on a missile launcher. Oh. Alright, we're not repairing you. Cold storage. And where's the Marauder I just acquired? Yeah, you are like the almost like a tiger pattern, but it's more like a paint splash. How I mean, do we have more than one Marauder? No, we get that wait, is that the same one? Mad 3D? Mad 3R. Mad 3D. I thought they said it was a 3D that we just picked up. Oh, I'm confused. So that's what happened? The one we just took? That's weird. I'm confused as to how that went from 3D to 3R. At least on the other screen to this one. Because this has been just sitting here, I think. Doing nothing. I don't know. I'm not gonna spend too many brain cells on that one. Alright, March 3049. Anytime now for the Karinsky DLC. Alright, boss lady. What you got going on here?
That was a close call back there, Commander. After Inferno targeted the Leopard, I had no choice but to take evasive action. Fortunately, the modifications Fahad made to the engines allowed me to outrun them, but not by much. Once in the clear, I set about scanning their comms, targeting the UNB frequency they were using, seeing what I could glean. Useless chatter for the most part. Then, I intercepted this, an encrypted communique. Turns out, it was from Andreas Kane, the leader of Black Inferno himself. Take a listen.
Captain Kruger, you fool. The coordinates were on that dropship, and you let it slip right through your fingers. An entire operation, weeks of planning, for what? Yamata will want to know what happened. What do I tell him? That we failed him? No. I must tell him the truth. That I failed him, that I had faith in you, and that I was mistaken to think that you could execute such a simple plan. Return immediately to Xinjiang, Captain. And I promise you that your punishment, though severe, will be swift.
Well, if it's a
must be their base of operations.
death sentence, not much
We've
motivation
got
to
them
return,
now,
is there?
Commander. I went ahead and ran the transmission by Spears to see what he made of it. The name Yamato threw up a red flag. Apparently, Yamato works for Comstor, one of the heads of ROM, their secret security force.
So, Inferno has been working for Comstar this whole time?
Explains
Maybe.
a lot, doesn't it? How Inferno has the resources and strength it does. How it's been protected. If we're gonna go after Kane, we need to keep gearing up. It'll be a hell of a fight. Luckily, they're not the only ones with powerful friends. Spears, true to his word, is determined to help us now, more than ever. After all, interstellar expeditions and Comstar aren't exactly friendly.
What Spears have in mind?
Apparently, he went ahead and purchased some black market information on Inferno. At what cost? I can't even imagine. Wouldn't have come cheap, I know that. He's offered it to us in exchange for a cut of whatever we salvage on this next job.
Okay, you've got my attention.
Inferno has a salvage facility in the Eaton system. They use it to overhaul and refurbish mechs they've taken in battle. By hitting that salvage facility, we can deliver another blow to their operations and pick up some heavy metal in the process. What do you think?
What the hell are we waiting for?
You read my mind, Commander. Coordinates are already locked in. You
Chemistry,
go there, and I'll go
0.
and prepare the mission brief.
Copy that.
Like a 10-year-old. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So I don't know if that's the story one or if they popped us on a different one. Let's find out. All right. So defend the enhanced. So they did not pop us on story mission just yet. So we got 11, 10. So again, if I'm going in order of non-DLC, lowest ranking first, this will be the next with promise of AC-10, large lasers and small lasers. Let's see where that sends us. It's actually due south. That's not too bad, actually, if it's in the neighborhood. Alright, let's get some stuff knocked out here, but also let's get some repairs done, and that would be preferable to do... Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. So where's the story one going to take us? That takes us, yeah, back up to old Steiner territory. Yeah, we're not doing that one yet. This. Oh, that's not actually the system I thought it was. I guess it was the arrows in this one are a little deceiving there. So I guess we can fly this way then. See if we want to drop anybody off the school. So 1 pilot, 3, 9 pilots. 240,000. Oh, minimal XP. No, this doesn't seem worth it. Alright, so we're on a hub. Let's get some repairs done. Ah, no hero mech. Maybe we buy another on our way out the door. Okay, let's... Ooh, level 4, something I'm not using. So, ER laser. So I don't know what level we lost, but I need to get one as a replacement. Alright, light rifles, LRM-20, no level 4. Yeah, this job is ridiculous. We've gone the entire game and still can't even run across the thing needed to complete it. Banshee, no thanks.
My combat skills are meant to impress, sir.
Okay. Let's hit the map. Let's head over here. Find another money pit. Corsair. That's different. Ooh, Yeah, sure. Heat sinks are totally rare. Wow. I think we don't get one of these till later. I don't remember. That's interesting. So this is another Solaris Showdown one. I thought we got this from some other... I'm trying to remember how we got the original Corsair. 24 is a lot. Oh, to look like a battered transformer. So it's got AC-10s on it. Some binary lasers, regular laser. It's pretty slow. It's a 95 though. I guess I didn't realize it was that much of a heavyweight. Alright, we'll get it. There goes the bankroll.
Affirmative, Commander. I'll be in the hangar for pre-drop checklists.
Let's see how we're doing here. So there's only 3 Corsairs. So I have this one. I have this one. So there's only one that we're missing then. So that's interesting. So there's 3 in total. Well, let's see. Anything else impressive here? 7 out of 8 on the Dragon. Got all 3 of those. Missing only 1. We're still only at 61 out of 91, so we have not seen a new model in a couple episodes. The Marauder 2, do we actually have one of these? No. Marauder 1, 4 out of 10. So there's 2 new Marauders. That's interesting. We only have 3 out of the 5 spiders. Be nice if, you know, actually it would be kind of interesting if you actually had in your collection, I mean, to actually do it other than for OCD reasons, if you actually collected all of them to get like a stat boost saying, well, because you have so many of these, your crew understands how they work, therefore, yeah, plus some stat to their armor, their structure or something. Kind of neat, but hey, shoot from the hip here. You know what? It's time to sell some stuff too. I want to do that before I go. They kind of like us, but not like huge friends. Let's sell some of these. Bulk trade. Sell 100 of them. Yeah, don't need a lot of that apparently. Oops. Let's sell 24 maybe. A lot of jump jets. Let's go 58. And maybe 24. Double heat sinks I'm not going to sell yet. So, EW Active Pro, we would have had just enough. I had taken on that other job. But, we would have left without any of them. AC-10 ammo. SR6, a ton of those, huh? Sell 13 of them. Don't have too much else at high numbers here, so we've already kind of gone through this a couple times, or at least once since we got the bulk trade option. Yeah, single digits for all kinds of stuff here. 10 for 100,000 each. Sell 8 of them. AC5s. to level 4. We'll hang on to level 4s. That's it. Okay. Alright.
Affirmative, Commander. I'll be in the hangar for pre-drop checklists.
So I guess, we're in the cantina here, or the hub. We're trying to get to here, so that's a couple point stop. Doesn't really matter which order we go in here. Alright, we'll just head up there and get us set up for next time. Yeah, so I apologize a little shorter tonight. Going through second caffeine withdrawal in a year. It's about last summer when I tried, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going through it again, so need to catch up probably on sleep or health or something here. So anyway, I think we're good otherwise. We're ready to take that on, and we are at July 3049, so less than 6 months worth of 3049 left before Kerensky kicks in. We got two. Oh, and we just paid the payment for, along with having the one we just picked up here. Yeah, this. We just paid a little extra money off of that thing. But you know what, though? I may actually still hang on to that in rotation. Because it's a 95. It's a little heavier than some of the others we got. So we'll sit on that for now. But yeah, we got 2 heroes picked up. We picked up the Panther, put that in cold storage. And then I got that in Corsair. And we got a campaign mission knocked out. We got one of the high reward quests knocked out. So still chipping away at the meaningful content, not as much as the random generated stuff. But we're getting real close to the Kerensky DLC, so hopefully that'll be something to look forward to. When I was browsing YouTube the other day, of course, there was a video out there for somebody had already posted the Chaos Reigns cinematics, and I clicked on it for a second. I don't want spoiler content, but I looked at just to see the quality of it and see how much of it was not shown in the trailer. And sure enough, it showed the Leopard come in for a landing on a planet, and then Mason was talking to Spears, and you can kind of put some pieces together from some things that were in the trailer, but it ended up looking really good. I'm like, it makes me wonder if they could have the possibility to go back and make cinematics for the rest of the game, but there's already so much game here that probably not really cost effective, but it's just crazy to think you've almost got a second, second version of a game from anything with Kerensky onward if they're making that trend of putting cinematics within the new content. So kind of an interesting way of doing it, but I'm not complaining this new content coming out. Just kind of some of the quality of life things are, kind of showing age a little bit with the older content, but not too big of a deal. Okay, I got nothing else for news. I got nothing else for updates. So we'll be back ideally Thursday to hopefully wrap Metal Marines this week. Then after that, we can get something new in rotation because we end up taking a shot at the last level, but that's going to take a little bit more, maybe at least another try or two. But I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. So we had War Pigs and Chairman hanging out on Twitch for a bit, and we've had some people hanging out over on YouTube, so greatly appreciated. Let me check Odysee since, Odysee doesn't give me too much substantive other than there being numbers, but it was kind of quiet at the moment, but not a big deal. So, all right, have a fantastic one, and we'll see you soon.